Hello everyone, it's Caribbean Eve and Tina.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel. Today we come with another wonderful, informative video on
Respect, courtesy, and safety tips when traveling. And we'd like to thank one of our viewers who actually suggested when he started talking about respect and courtesy when you go to other countries. And then I said, hey, that sounds so great, we should do a video.
Right. So thank you for those comments, and now we're doing the video.
Yeah. Well, and plus, like I was telling you, I feel like when people go on vacation, you get on that euphoria, that high of, oh, I'm going to get to go, I worked so hard, I get to go on this vacation, I can't wait. You get there, you kind of lose your minds, you forget about very important things like common courtesy, respectfulness, and most of all, safety, because we want you guys to be safe.
Right.
No matter where you're traveling.
Absolutely.
We're not talking, this video is definitely not just solely the Dominican Republic. This could be anywhere. I mean, there's differences in U.S. from the north and the south. So
right, that's the truth. Yeah. And same thing in this country. Same thing.
Yep. So that's what this one's about.
Right. About courtesy, hand gestures. So number one.
Get to know the culture aspects of where you're going, some of the do's and don'ts. Familiarize yourself maybe with the language and things like that.
Right, because it's always good to know some of the language than not know any of the language. It'll help you out, especially if you go to a restaurant, need directions, something like that. That'd be really cool if you can. If not, you just got your phone, use that translator. Like I do.
Yeah, and traditions and culture and differences, because I mean, it's really a sign of respect that you took the time and cared enough to even find things out and attempt at another country. That goes a long way, it really does.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, and then another thing with that also is being mindful in public settings. We all have an opinion and we're all entitled to our opinion. Sometimes it's not best expressed out in public. I have found that, if there's something that he wants to know, he goes, I'll tell you later. And we talk about it later in private, because it's not for us to tell people that things are wrong or incorrect just because we don't understand them.
Right.
It's better to discuss it later, and not in public, because these people, this is their lives and this is how it's always been. So.
Right. Absolutely. So, number two is
to be respectful whenever you take photos or videos of people as well as children, especially children, because underage children.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And some people will get offended if you take certain pictures about them, how they look, whether in the baby suit, not in the baby suit, whatever. Just be respectful. Videos, pictures, because some of those things can come back to haunt you if you're not careful.
Yeah. And you're a visitor.
Right.
These are their day-to-day lives. So some people just don't want you to be shoving a camera in their face while they're on their way to work or on their commute home after a long day at work. It's just a sign of respect to just, to maybe tell them or to maybe not put them or include them in the photo.
Right. Absolutely. And number three is
always pay attention to the rules, regulations, and the laws where you're at.
Right, because if you don't know the laws, shame on you.
Well,
okay.
and you're not expected to know all the laws everywhere, but there are some stark differences in certain places. Right. Just like I always use the example of my friends would come from the Midwest, and they said, oh, it's Vegas. We can walk around with open liquor everywhere, and we can get in the car with open liquor. Ain't that right? And I was like, no, that's not right, actually. The open liquor law only applies to on the strip and only certain parts of the strip. When you step off of the strip, you have to be alcohol in a closed container and definitely never open alcohol in a car. So, I would tell them that to help them and to help me, because I'm not trying to get arrested. So.
Right, and also, last time I checked, marijuana is not legal in this country neither. So, don't reach out to me trying to get me to get you some wacky weed. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna work. You all whacked out when you even come with me with that question, okay?
And make sure not to litter. And then you were saying about
spitting on the ground. Be respectful. They don't kind of like that here because this is just degrading So you want to be careful and just kind of keep your eye on those kind of things.
Yeah, because I mean, you're going home after your vacation, but these people live here for like ever.
Right, absolutely.
So you want to be respectful of their island, their land, their cities, wherever you're at. You just should really be respectful of that because you're leaving and they're here.
And they're here.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a rule of thumb, I always say, just always try to be respectful and courteous and treat people like you'd like to be treated.
Right. Do unto others as you have done to do unto you. Keep
And
that.
That all includes like tipping and everything else. I just want to throw that in there
absolutely.
because people get here and then, I mean, I don't know, what Asian country is it where it's an insult? Is it Asian or is it European? Where it's an insult to tip.
To tip.
So they don't tip.
They don't tip at all.
Yeah, but then they go other places like, and you're expected to tip. It's almost insulting if you don't. So things like that.
Yeah.
So make sure you tip. I always say.
Absolutely.
So safety, right?
Safety. Number one is
try to stay off posting in your social media until you return home from your trip. That's just a little who's who. I think everybody loves to do their little Instagrams and their stories and their Snapchats and post on Facebook and everything of how their trip's going. Oh my God, look at me, I'm in the Caribbean. Oh, look at me, I'm here and there.
Right.
But remember this, you don't know who's watching or who you can trust, and that leads into a lot of break-ins.
right. It really, really does. And we were talking about also with Snapchat.
Yeah, and Facebook and Instagram with the location. A lot of people either post their location or let their location be known. And if, I hate to say it, but if I know you're in the Caribbean and I might have liked something in your house, it might not be at your house. I'm just saying, you can't trust everybody. I would love to say you could, but...
Man, I tell you what, in my life, people in my own family actually robbed me. So, I mean, just be aware of that. Just be aware of while you're out. If you're going to do something like that, wait till you get down the street in an Uber or a taxi on your way home so you can actually see your house, and then you can start posting all you want. If you're somewhere far away, then get in touch with your address, something like that, it could be a problem. You could come back and have your stuff gone.
Yeah, and that would lead to number two.
Right.
If you have somebody that you can trust, have them kind of keep an eye on your property since you'll be gone. And maybe that might circumvent into maybe, what do they call those, timers on your lights, keeping lights on, so just so it looks like someone's home.
Absolutely. That is for sure.
And number three, you said this one because our handy dandy Republic Services guy says what?
Don't leave your trash can out in front of the house. Don't even put it out at all, period. Just make sure it gets all dumped the day or the couple days before. Don't put nothing else in it. You don't want anything smelling when you get back. Keep those cans inside your garage, so don't look like you're away and you're not coming back. Same thing with newspaper deliveries. And those newspaper articles and letters and stuff.
Yeah.
All those things in the junk mail you normally get.
Yeah, little flyers and stuff.
Make sure that stuff's put on a stop from such date to such date till you get back, and make sure that it don't look suspicious that you're gone.
Yeah.
Another good thing is too, it's good to leave one of your cars in the driveway. I say that because if you leave the car in the driveway, it looks like everything's deserted for a few days. You leave your car out in the driveway, maybe you got babysitter, somebody's in the house, they don't think twice before they come into your house. They don't see nothing going on, garbage cans out front, car in the garage, it looks deserted. Prime suspect. Prime menu for a break-in.
Yeah. And number four, when using your money to pay or to do anything with your credit cards, keep your wallet close to you, kind of guarded. You don't want to pull that out and let somebody see how much money you have, because when they know you when you're on vacation, you tend to keep a lot of cash or cards on you. You don't want to be flashing.
Right. Nobody goes on vacation broke. If you do, something's wrong with you. So don't get to a restaurant and you pull out something, or you want to buy a souvenir, and you pull out a whole wallet of cash, somebody just watching you in the background. You could be a target. Be very careful with that.
Yeah, even when going to ATMs, like when you and I go, when we use each other as like kind of a shield. So when you're using the ATM, I kind of shield what you're doing until you put your money away, and I'm also looking to make sure no one's walking up on us. And then you do the same when I'm on.
Right.
Like literally,
Standing
we're
guard.
back to back.
Standing guard.
His back is on my back because he's looking to make sure no one walks up and catches us
and
off
try
guard.
to catch us off guard. Yeah, so I got her back, she's got my back. So both our backs are covered.
Yeah. And that's number 5, which is the last safety tip. Know the local currency exchange conversion, so that you don't get taken. Like know how much it is, and or use an app. We use Units Plus that we put on the Apple phone, and that actually has a bunch of cool little gadgets in it, not just currency conversion, and it seems to be the most accurate.
And they'll give you all the currency in every nation just about, and so you'll know when you get there. And I would say also to this, if you're at an airport and they have an exchange booth, just get enough currency so you can get you by until you get to a bank when you actually get into the country. Okay, don't buy a whole lot, don't go crazy, because you're not going to get the same rate you get in the bank in that country. Get a little bit to get you maybe an Uber, a taxi, or a bus, or a train, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then when you get where you're going, a couple of days or something like that, go to a bank, they'll give you the right currency, and you'll be good to go.
Yep. That's great. So that's it.
So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Contains subscription, notification, Instagram, Facebook, and Cribbini, he's there, and so is Tina.
And it'll all be, the links are down on the underneath in description. And also, if you'd like to be a patron to the channel, the information for our PayPal is also listed.
Right. Make a calls, and help a sister and a brother out. This is Christmas. A nice Christmas gift would be very nice of you to give me all this nice, awesome information.
And we want to say thank you also to another one of our donors today, before I forget. So,
Right.
Mr. Puerto Plata.
Mr. Puerto Plata, Captain Kirk. Much love, brother. See you when you get here.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, between the time, life to be enjoyed. Peace.